Does it feel like your phone is flooded with texts from random numbers advocating for political candidates? Well, you're not alone.
3, 4 times a week at the most.
I'd say I probably get one at least once a week.
Yes, I do think they're annoying.
Do you think these texts are effective?
No.
Are they annoying?
Yes.
Annoying or not, campaigns obviously see this as an effective outreach tool. NBC News reports that the Trump campaign, for example, will send out more than 1 billion texts by Election Day.
Campaigns are becoming much more sophisticated and much more fine-grained in the data.
UK election law professor Josh Douglas says a lot of campaigns are targeting who he calls high-value voters, those who have voted often in the past. But how these campaigns get the data is quite simple.
So they're public information. Most states have a voter file that has various public information in it, which includes your name, your party affiliation, and your phone number.
Experts say campaigns and other third parties can purchase this information for cheap. They may also find you other ways, like through, say, a survey you signed.
I'm on subscriptions to different websites or whatever that advocate for that kind of thing. So it really just depends on who it's coming from.
No, not really. I just think they should stop. It's a violation of your privacy.
It is legal, though, as long as there's a person on the other end to click send.
So I too get these kinds of texts all the time. In fact, during the course of our reporting, I got at least 3. And I figured this was the perfect opportunity to hear from volunteers themselves, maybe ask them some questions. So I just texted one of them back. And in this case, it sounded like the volunteer wasn't used to fielding questions from voters, because they started out by apologizing, writing, "Sorry, not everyone welcomes these texts. Since these are non-commercial texts intended to engage voters, just like making calls and door knocking, not sent by an auto dialer, but by individual volunteers like me, they don't violate FTC or FCC guidelines." And then they ended with this question: "I can remove you from this list if you'd like."
All I'd have to say is stop, or please remove me, and then that volunteer is expected to honor that request. Doesn't mean you won't get a text from another number associated with the campaign, though.
Honestly, I think that most people already have their minds made up at this point, and that it's kind of just pointless spam, in my opinion.
Now, if you feel like you're bombarded with robo-texts or the texts don't comply with the FCC's rules, you can file an informal complaint with the agency at fcc.gov/complaints. In Lexington, Mike Valenti, LEX 18 News.